action. Hi, this is Dan McDonald. I've got a salad for you here today. Several requests. I've got 3 hungry teenagers who continually request this same salad. We've been refining it every night. It's pretty gourmet, but it's actually quite delicious. So I take a bowl of mixed greens. First things first. Then I'm going to take a little bit of cabbage here just to give it some color and some texture. Okay? And I'll thinly slice that into like nice little ribbons. I love little cabbage ribbons. I love texture in my salads. Isn't purple cabbage an awesome thing? I love it. You can make some amazing salads out of cabbage. So pay attention to the ingredients here and take a little bit of notes. Pause the video for a second. Okay, now that you've got your pen and your paper, I'm gonna bust this up here. Make these little ribbons of the purple. See, isn't that beautiful? Boom. Okay. And next, I'm gonna add some olives. Just throw them in their whole, you know, this is like, these kids, they want some texture, they want some flavor. I'm gonna just dial it in for them tonight. Just plug them in with the fat olive salad. Next is some olive oil. If I can get this crazy lid off. There we go. Just a little drizzle over the top. And some apple cider vinegar. I'm going to take a little bit of the curry blend from the Kauai Pharmacy. If you haven't tried that, you probably should. I don't know which one I like better, the curry blend or the savory blend, but the truth is I really can't live without the savory blend. But I love the curry blend. It's really good. And the kids love it too. It just, you take a teaspoon or 2 of that and it takes any dish to a whole nother level of flavor explosion. Then, which the curry powder has got a nice kick to it. It's about a 4 or 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. This cayenne is about a 6. They like it a little bit with a little bit more kick. So I add a little cayenne too. Okay. Then I'm going to go with some sea salt. There we go on that. Next is some Pyridine protein. They love this stuff. I love this stuff. Jonathan is trying to put on some weight, so I pulled out the protein powder last night and threw it on his salad, and he was like, whoa, next level of flavor. It just gave the salad a whole bunch of body, and it finally filled him up because he's a thin guy, but he's just tearing through it like a horse. You know how these teenagers are. They're just eating machines. You know, you're like, damn, dude, was I like that? And I remember I actually was. So I'm going to put about, oh man, maybe just half a cup, maybe even more, because it's just so good. And this right here, I'm telling you, I have a video on my desktop when I did. Phil sent me 2 bags of these when they finally finished it, because Lou talked about it for years. You know, we're going to get the protein powder, but they were just trying to dial it in perfectly. That's how they are at Pyridine. They just, everything that they do there is so next level. Purity and just the formulations have to be perfect. So when I got 2 bags of this about 1.5 years ago, I put on like 10 pounds of beef in 1 month. I just ate the protein, and then it got me so jacked up, I just was like, I'm going to the gym. Because the amino acids in here are so easily absorbed, because the genius of the Pyridine, Phil, who's a genius, and Dave, who's a genius, who's the formulator, and Lou is a genius, they designed this with a probiotic, a proteolytic probiotic, so it breaks down protein. It'll break down old proteins too that are sitting in your gut. You may want to use enzymes for that too. If you've got a stomach of any kind, you've got prolapsus, and you've got mucus and pus and excess undigested carbs, proteins, and fats sitting in your stomach. You should have a flat stomach so that it's all going through your colon is clean and clear. If you're drooping over, that means you need to get on the rebounder, you need to get a colonic, you need to blast some enzymes, drink some green juice, and drink more water, and use more fiber, and clean all the walls off out of there, because you're dropping down from all that heaviness. And then once you start getting it cleaned up with colonics and enzymes and fiber and green juice and hydration, and sweeping it with that fiber, then you get on the rebounder and you start working these intercostal muscles every day that brings it back in to tighten it back up. And you do the other stuff too. Movement, yoga is good. Movement, you got to eat the living foods, and then you got to go outside and play. And that's how you live a divine life, because that's what we did for millions and billions of years. And now all of a sudden it's like, excuse me, I'm going to go to the office and I'm going to drive my car, I'm going to sit here on my butt and I'm going to eat cheeseburgers or whatever, God knows what, and it's just going to drop. And that's just, nobody really wants that. You know, it's just not worth it. So I'm trying to help people get the flat gut from the fat gut. So without further ado, I'm just saying that this, even though it doesn't fit into the whole scope of, hey, that's not a fruit or vegetable, it's actually hemp seeds and pea. It's hemp and pea, and then it's got the proteolytic probiotic and a proteolytic enzyme. So it just digests itself like, and I have those videos on my desktop, and when I find someone who can edit, because I was kind of having the beef with the vegans at the time, you know, that, and so I said a lot of things that I just said, that's just not appropriate, but I was so jacked up. I've saved that video just to show people that, number one, I do know how to put on muscle when I want to. And number two, if there's anything I've ever used after, like, I was a hardcore bodybuilder for 5 years and worked my way up to 200 pounds in the gym. And I found, and I remember those years of all the protein powders and all the steak and all the chicken and all the tuna. Nothing swells you up, young men, like this. I'm not kidding. I work for the company, believe it or not. But I will tell you, of a truth, I know when something gets you swollen and you didn't intend to go back into the gym because it wasn't part of the program, but you get all pumped up because you have that extra, you hit the gym, you build those muscles, and it just swelled me up real quick, big. And my chest blew up, and my abs got ripped, and my arms swelled up. And that's just how it is. So that's some really good stuff if you want to know about that. And besides that, it just tastes good. I didn't mean to turn this into a video plug, but I'm excited about that stuff because the Puradyme products, the Puradyme enzymes, probiotics, the Life Essentials, and the Puradyme protein powder are literally like the best things you can get on the market. They're one of the few things that have an A++ rating for purity because they're triple tested and they are prayed over. Every batch gets a prayer that it will bless you in your life. And that, my friends, believe it or not, I don't know about your other companies, I'm pretty sure the dude at McDonald's isn't sitting there praying over your cheeseburger trying to get you to be healthy. Okay? I'm done now. So, I'm going to take some lemons and I'm going to squeeze that over the top. I usually use a strainer. Now there's going to be a seed in there, but hopefully it just goes through and nobody notices. This is half a lemon for the salad. I know hopefully you're paying attention, taking notes, because I'm doing my thing and I'm not trying to say 1 cup of this, half a cup of that. Not here. This is just me having fun because I already worked my butt off today making these videos in this kitchen here. And so if you want to see that, you should go check out the Insiders Club. It's free to join. You get a whole bunch of free recipes, and I just keep you dialed in with everything that's going on more in a personal sense. But today I just laid it out about everything I've been through in a 30-minute video. I talked about the contest for the 30-day Living Foods Transformational Program. Kaboom! Right there. I got the Living Foods recipe book and the 30-day meal planner right here. I went and printed these out. It's a digital product, and but you have to print it out yourself. But this right here, this recipe book, this is a piece of literature, okay? and it is sacred and it is holy, and there's only one like this in the world. Because I was thinking to myself, with all the training from Arnold Ehret and Robert Morse, and Lou Corona, my buddy Tavis and Paul Bragg and Hilton Hotima and all these other thousands of dudes, Gabriel Cousins and Steve Meyerowitz, and you remember old Jensen, all these dudes, it's all here and it's all here, and it's like, how can I help the most amount of people to transition? I know I'm just rapping, I'm supposed to make a salad, but this is my time, as a matter of fact. If you want to see me like a stiff, just go watch my videos on my website where I have to. It's not really like that, but I'm just saying this is my time to create. I'm an artist. I'm here to uplift people through my art. This thing went viral. So another viral art thing here. Hey, Taya. This thing went viral. I had like thousands of hits on Instagram. So you never know. I get like 400 likes maybe, or 150. Oh, that's a nice mango, Dan. Here's a thumbs up. This thing got passed around Instagram like it was a hot cake. Okay, the other one was actually bigger than this. This one is the small one. This is the smallest one. But I'm just saying, ooh, see, it is perfect. This is like buttercream. It's like melted butter. Melted butter. And I saved the seeds from these bad boys because I'm going to plant one of these in my yard. I'm going to be having 500 mangoes this big every year. I already have too many than I can eat. But we're managing to keep up anyway, honey. With the kids here especially, they help. But this is a fat butter bomb. That is a real avocado. I did not take that down and make that up out of myself. That is a real thing. So now I'm going to cut this into chunks. But it's so buttery, it's like avocado oil. But Jonathan and Katya and Natea all digging because they're trying to. If you're trying to come off the cooked foods, bam, you got to get on the avocado protein program because that's what the microorganisms in your gut are craving. They're craving. That's what he was talking about. He was craving the meat. So I said, let me hook you up. So then you can calm the beasts within because they want the protein, they want the carbs, they want the fats. As soon as you dial it in, you can just get your little microorganisms. They're like, give me some kale, dude. I want some kale, and you can get it to that point where you don't crave anything anymore. But it takes a lot of work. It took me years. Now I don't even really crave anything. I'm just thirsty all the time. That's it. I just drink green juice, Master Cleanse. I can't wait for citrus season to come. I don't have any spoons. I got to do these dishes. The long-winded son of a gun, but you know what? They was all like, damn, we don't care how long your videos are. We just love you. We just want you to keep on rapping. Look at that. Dang. That is pure epicness beyond belief. Comes right out of there clean. So I'm going to stir this bad boy up. They like it all mushed up. And then what they do is they take the... What happened to... She stole the wraps. Well, you stole the wraps. Someone stole the wraps. I'll make one up at the end to show you the official, but not before I'm done having my fun. And it is not nice to point your finger. Okay? I'm going to put another one in here because I'm just trying to blow them up. It's like they are eating machines. I made like 3 of these last night. And I said, Jonathan, is it cool? And he's like, well, he's trying not to be embarrassed, And she's like, he's not trying to eat me out of house and home. I'm like, bro, get whatever you want out of the cupboard. Do you want more? I made another one. Another couple fat wraps. And then after that, I said, bro, are you done? He's like, well, I was like, just talk to me, man, because I know what it's like. I feed everyone until they're satisfied. There's nothing worse than being at someone's house. You're like, oh God, I'm so hungry. But I'm rude. I'm scared. You're like, I want to eat. Can we bake another pizza? Can I have another carton of that ice cream? But at my house, it's like, I understand, man. I had the munchies for a long time. I mean, the munchies. I was a bodybuilder. I had the munchies, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what it's like when you got the munchies. You are hungry and you're not trying to sit over at your auntie's house being like, don't be rude. Just sit here and starve to death for the next 4 hours until you can get out of here, man. Sucks, dude. You need to be like, look, y'all, I'm hungry. Somebody bake another pizza or make me another salad. Give me some bananas, something. Can I dig through your refrigerator, please? I'm starving to death. You know? That's how it is. I got these bombers right here. Boom. Already rinsed. Oh, those are good. Now, how we doing? All that. I hope you were paying attention. Remember when I asked you before to do that transcription down below of the recipes? I'm going to ask somebody to do that again, like we used to do back in the old days. So you got to watch the video, get all these good vibes, and be like, 1 pint of tomatoes, 1 very, 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 very large avocado. That was like 4 cups of avocado. Okay, let me show you. This is like a regular one y'all get in California, and this is the bomber. I bought this for aesthetic purposes. We have avocados coming off the trees like 3, 4, 5 a day. I saw this and I was like, maybe I'll get another viral hit out of this on Instagram. I don't know. I'm hoping for it. You never know what's going to go viral, so just keep putting out content. For all I know, this video could go viral. You know what I mean? I need to be ready for that. Football stars will be getting a hold of me. Would you make that salad for me? Come to my house. You can use my rental car. You can fly my private jet. Okay, I'm just a little bit crazy now. I know what I need. My kitchen's a little bit, I'm still learning this kitchen. That's what it is. I don't really know what's what yet. So I've only been here for what, 1 week and 2 days? And we're just getting this kitchen dialed in. So now I'm gonna stir all this up. Okay, and it is just, they're gonna be stoked. This is deliciousness. Okay. This is pure awesomeness, 100% just food, grub, living foods, all healthy, organic, you know? No junk foods, no fillers, no colors, no additives, no preservatives, no dough conditioners, no colorants, no pesticides, you know? So it's like, it's dialed in, you know? And we gotta get conscious because, you know, we need to stay hydrated and we need to keep our oxygen high and we need to keep our minerals high. And when you eat foods like this, it's got the fiber and then your body just extracts it all and pulls it into your bloodstream, and then it does all this great stuff with all this information, water and enzymes and, you know, chlorophyll. And then what happens is the microorganisms in your gut have some good prebiotic fiber to feed on. And see, so the certain, whatever food that you eat is the food that brings out one or many of the thousands of microorganisms. Cooked food and living food is a completely different set of microorganisms. And you want the living food organisms because then they're the ones that are like aliveness, that produce different types of metabolites that are far more beneficial, like vitamins and hormone precursors. But if you start if all of your food is cooked, it's already in a state of decomposition before it even hits your mouth, and those microorganisms that are triggered by that frequency of food are going to come forth, and their metabolites are not the same. This is living life force consciousness metabolites from the microorganisms living in your gut, which is a symbiotic relationship. So if you want to get your mind right and your health right, you got to get your gut right. This is where it all started for me. Believe it or not, I would go to bed reading charts about the colon, all the benefits, all the endocrine glands, but I was a colon specialist. I loved it. I still love the colon. I love my colon. That's why it all started, because that's where that's the beginning and the end of your health is in your colon. If it is fermenting and rotting and putrefying and sticking out to here, and there's bugs and worms and parasites burrowing into the mucoid plaque that's in there from the rice and the bread, which nobody wants to admit, And nobody wants to come forth and say, look, I'm kind of addicted to this stuff because my life isn't really what I want it to be. But as soon as you get a life that you want to live, food becomes more like just a little gift you give yourself. It's more like a hydration or a refresher. It's not like it's like, oh, food, I just had lunch an hour ago and now you're already starting to think about what you're going to have for snack before dinner time. So it's just a state of consciousness, but it's a fullness that you get from having a life that is what you want it to be. So I got this salad. I'm almost done. I love the wrapping part. I love the part about, because it's the consciousness. You know, there's some amazing teachers in this world. I'm doing my part here to pretend like I am that, and I am that because I've studied the work of all the greatest teachers, not only in the living foods, but in the world. All the greatest teachers and the avatars of old, from 10,000 years ago, all the great holy writings up until now, and they're all a part of me. And I just use this food front to be a transmitter of that goodness and to have such a great time today on this video. So I love you for just being here with me and letting me do my thing, which fills my heart with joy. I'm going to make my own little wrap, which all I do is I just take some greens and I just wrap that up and like dip it in lemon juice. I just like things clean and simple. It's all I need. Because it just, yeah, I'll continue to share why I believe that just if you keep going up the scale in simplicity, that you're blessed, you know, and there's a lot of different ways that you can master yourself and master your diet. I try to cram so much energy and love into these short videos that I hope that you felt it. I hope you got some seeds planted in your mind and in your heart, and that you plant the seeds of the living consciousness into your stomach. So anyways, for everyone who is who joined the 30-day Living Foods Transformational Contest, you want to make sure you check out your email tomorrow, or just check for the email that I'm sending to the Insiders Club about that contest so you have even more information. People are sending me pictures. They're so stoked. They're changing. They're very grateful for the work that I'm doing, and I see when they send me pictures, it's so amazing because it's like, oh my God, these are real people. These aren't like YouTubers, you know, that are just on YouTube making comments. These are actually real people that want to change their lives, and it's like so inspiring. I'm like, oh my God, these are normal, average people who are getting it, and they're looking to me for help, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to give it to them. Not necessarily in the form of this video, which is just really a whole lot of fun for me, but in the forms of sometimes I can be very serious and give you really, really good information after years and years of study, and most importantly, my experience of just hydration, you know, and alkalinity and simplicity and early to bed and lots of sunlight and lots of fresh air and good relationships and lots of forgiveness and lots of attention and awareness and presence and responsibility. Last but not least, my brothers and sisters, last but not least, check it out. This is thebomb.com. Here. This is going to be, I mean, this is it. This is for real. This is champion food right here. I know my boy is going to be stoked. So you take your little nori sheet, try to spread that out as much as you can, and then you just roll it. Oh, that's the bomber. You can use a little bit of water if you want. I'll use a little bit of this filtered water here, and then I'll just drip it along the edge here and spread it, and then I just go boom-o, and then it sticks. And then we have plates now. I finally went and bought plates yesterday, but I'm going to plate this one on a paper plate. And I'm going to give that to my boy outside because he is hungry, and so is Katya. They're in here. I'm going to starve to death. It's like, you ain't going to starve to death. You just got the munchies. So here it is. That's a big fat salad wrap. I had a great time today. You let me know if you would like to have some more videos like this. I'm in the kitchen. This is my kitchen. That's my camera. That's my light. That's my computer for the first time in a long, long time. Long time. Like all the way back to the RV. I've been in motel rooms and stuff. You know? Oh no, I had the house in Vallejo, I remember. And I get a lot done when I have these kinds of things. And so now I'm going to be focusing on the kids, but I'm getting the daily video done, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm rambling on now, but it's like, you know, you're my family. You saved my life, you know, literally. YouTube has kept me accountable, and you have made me want to grow. So I don't just get up here and be like, okay, I'm going to make a lot of money on YouTube. It's more like, I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to be a better person and set a better example and learn more and teach more and be more, because that's what we all want. It's just that inner calling to expand into your eternal potential. And so just ride the ride, man. It's pulling you. Like the love is just pulling you into it. And you just go, yeah, baby, I'm flying into the love. I'm flying in the love. You can turn that off, but not before I say one last thing. You know what I like to do? It's a little rap. It's a thumbs up that I love so much, because then I know, oh, they can dig it. That's what that means. That means it's not like. From now on Facebook or YouTube, this means I can dig it. We're going to take it over and be like, listen, Zuckerberg, this ain't no like. It's an I can dig it. I'm serious about that. I can dig it. And now, also, I love it when you comment too, because I like to hear about everything that's going on in your life. And I get a little sense of who you are. I don't comment a lot more because it's a monkey house. I just read through it and then I jet. You know what I mean? But I like to hear about what's going on with you and how you're doing and if you can dig it. And if you haven't subscribed already and I didn't scare you away with my antics and my eccentricities, then you could subscribe too and come back for more of these videos. Aloha, my brothers and sisters. Peace be with you. Mahalo.